From the United States, for the Armed Forces of the United Nations, the Special Service Division of the War Department presents a delayed broadcast of one of America's most popular radio programs, The Kate Smith Show.
Good evening. This is Ted Collins welcoming you to the Kate Smith Hour, brought to you tonight from Atlantic City, where we are broadcasting for the pleasure of tens of thousands of boys of the Army Air Forces Technical Training Command, which is under the command of Major General Walter R. Weaver. This program is also being released for rebroadcast to reach our troops and their comrades in arms overseas. Now your hostess, Kate Smith. Hey!
Everybody, and hiya, fellas! Well, let's take off, Ted.
Off it is, Kate, and fine and dandy.
Right. Gee, it's all fine and dandy, sugar candy when I've got you. Then I only see the sunny side. Even trouble has its funny side. When you're gone, sugar candy, I get lonesome, I get so blue. When you're handy, it's fine and dandy, but when you're gone, what can I do? When you're gone, what can I do? I get lonesome, I get so blue, get so lonesome that I don't know what to do. Gee, it's all fine and dandy, sugar candy when I'm with you. Then I only see the sunny side. Even trouble has its funny side. Even trouble has its funny side. Trouble has its funny side. When you're gone, sugar candy, I get lonesome, I get so blue. When you're handy, it's fine and dandy, fine and dandy. When you're handy, sugar candy, fine and dandy. But when you're gone, what can I do?
Pardon me, sir.
Yes, sir?
Is your name Collins?
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Collins, I'm attached to the medical corps here, and the commanding officer tells me you haven't been feeling well today.
Well, I don't feel too well. I have sort of shooting pains in my back. It's really terrible.
Oh, shooting pains in the back?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's a good thing they told me. I have just the thing here for you. Here, you just take these 3 pills.
Well, will they help me?
Well, help you, they're just like magic.
Well, how do I take them?
Well, you take one right now, and boom, those pains in the back disappear.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to mention one little thing.
Yes,
then
sir?
your hair will fall out.
My hair will fall out.
Yes.
That's very nice. I think.
Oh, don't get excited now. That's when you take the second pill.
Oh, I see. Then what happens?
Then your hair comes right back in again.
Well, now that's much better.
You said it. The only thing is, then your teeth turn black.
Well, now look, that's worse than the hair falling.
Don't get excited. That's perfectly all right. You see, that's when you take the third pill.
Oh, now I understand. Then my teeth turn white again. Well, then I'm all set.
Right. Only there are those darn pains in the back again.
tune for you now. It's a record version of I Got a Gal in Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo, what a gal in Kalamazoo. Don't want to boast, but I know she's a toast of Kalamazoo, zoo, 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 zoo. Years have gone by, my, how she grew. Say, I liked her looks when I carried her books in Kalamazoo, zoo, 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 zoo. I'm gonna send a wire, hopping on a flyer, I'm leaving today. Am I dreaming? I can hear her screaming, how you, Mr. Jackson? Everything's okay, Kalamazoo, what a gal, a real pipperoo. Say, I'll make my bid for that freckle-faced kid I'm hurrying to. I'm going to Michigan to see that sweetest gal in Kalamazoo. Send a wire, hopping on a flyer, I'm leaving today. Am I dreaming? I can hear her screaming, hey, Mr. Jackson! Oh, Kalamazoo, what a gal, a real pipperoo. Hey, I'll make my bid for that freckle-faced kid I'm hurrying to. I'm going to Michigan to see that sweetest gal in Kalamazoo. Zoo, zoo, zoo. Zoo, 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 zoo.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Henny Youngman.
Thank you, folksies. Thank you, and before I do anything further, I want to say that I'm giving up my violin for the duration. Since the successful return of burlesque, no more G-strings. I want to tell you it's a thrill being here, and I got such a swell reception when I arrived. The CEO gave me a motorcycle escort all the way to my hotel. But I'm telling you, you get out of breath running between two motorcycles. Mr. Collins, before he came down here, I said, get me hotel reservations, and he did. He got me a beautiful room with an adjoining towel. I paid my rent in advance. I put the window back in my room today. I have a window overlooking a wastebasket. You can imagine how big my room is. When I close the doorknob gets in bed with me. Wanted to change my mind. I had to walk out in the hall to do it. I made it. I had a headache. The guy next door took the aspirin. I have a Murphy bed in my room. The whole trouble is, when I opened the bed, Murphy was still in it. But I want to tell you, boys, I have some good news for you. The war is as good as over within the next 3 weeks. They're going to draft my brother. He's never held a job more than 3 weeks. My brother, I want to tell you what a guy my brother is. There is the most superstitious man I've ever met. He won't work any week that has a Friday. He's in the funniest business. He finds things before people lose them. He's been up the river so many times they call him Showboat. But I want to tell you, the draft has really got him worried. He came to me the other day and he said, Henny, is stealing an essential industry? One thing about my brother I'll never forget, he used to walk into a bar room, order a glass of beer for a dime, and eat all the free lunch. Well, they caught on to him after a while, and they said the next time this guy comes in, take off the free lunch and put on dog biscuits. We'll fix them. So he ate the dog biscuits. He was missing a week. He came back. He saw the free lunch again. He said, what's the matter? No more cookies? But I want to tell you so much for my brother, boys. But one thing, you know, folks, I found the boys down here very, very polite. You know, only this afternoon, one soldier told me whenever he sees an old lady crossing the street, he always helps her daughter. I saw two pilots going every place together. It's nice to see two buddies. And I walked up to these two fellows. I said, you two boys are inseparable, aren't you? And one of them said, and how? His girl knitted his beard in my sweater. I met a soldier I knew down here, and I said to him, hey, kid, you've been here quite a while. When do you get your wings? He said, this afternoon. I'm on KP duty cutting up chickens. All of a sudden, an MP came toward me, walking like he was a pogo stick. He went up about 5 feet with every step he took. I said to him, what happened to you? He said, oh, it's that cook. He's so air-minded he keeps putting helium in the meatballs. It's funny, I watched one soldier trying to pick up a girl on the boardwalk. She said, Mama told me never to go out with the Air Corps. He said, okay then, so long. And she said, hey, wait a minute. Whose side are you on, mine or Mama's? You know, I walked along the beach and I heard a drill instructor talking to a girl. He said, you know, I'm going to kiss you. And she said, if you do, I'll scream. He said, then I better not kiss you. She said, you jerk. Who's going to hear me way out here? You know, that reminds me of the time I spent the summer down here in Atlantic City. And you ought to see me in a bathing suit. Plenty of laughs, fellas. I put on my bathing suit and I lay down in the sand. There I was, completely covered with olive oil and vinegar. If I'd have stuck a piece of lettuce in my mouth, I'd have looked like a French salad. Free French. Just then I heard a mother talking to her little boy. She said, no, don't you go in that deep water. It's too dangerous. He said, yes, but why is it Daddy can go in the deep water? She said, Daddy's insured. There was a bald-headed man in the water, and he was very happy. He was yelling, woo, 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 this is wonderful. I said, what's so wonderful about it? He said, this is the first time I've had a wave on my head in 20 years. Now I'd like to tell you fellas about my girl. There is a dream. You know, she entered a beauty contest down here, and I said to one of the judges, that's my girl over there. What kind of a chance would you say she had? He looked at her and he said, my boy, with the proper care, she might live for years.
As long as you're not in love with anyone else, why don't you fall in love with me? You're driving me crazy, baby, trying to guess. Will you tell me no, or will you tell me yes? You gotta go overboard for someone someday. Believe it or not, it's bound to be. As long as you're not in love with anyone else, why don't you fall in love with me? You fall in love with me. You're driving me crazy, baby, trying to guess. Will you tell me no, or will the answer be yes? You gotta go overboard for someone someday. Believe it or not, it's bound to be. As long as you're not in love with anyone else, fall in love with me? Oh, gee, why don't you fall in love with me?
Kate introduces a brand new song tonight. It's the first time you've ever heard it. I think it's something that the boys in service have been trying thousands of ways to say.
Wait for me, Mary, till the world will smile again, till it smiles in style again, and the dream's worthwhile again. Wait for me, Mary, by the moonlit garden gate, where my heart and I would wait for you. There are so many things I want to tell you, little words that I never told before, and I hope that it won't be hard to tell you all the dreams I have in store. Wait for me, Mary, till the world will sing again, till I bring my love again to you. There are so many things I want to tell you, little words that I never told before, and I hope that it won't be hard to tell you all those dreams I have in store. So wait for me, Mary, till the world will sing again, till I bring my love again to you.
Now we'd like you to meet once more one of the finest young trumpet players in the country. Leonard Seuss playing the number he made famous, Steam on the Beat. And now, before Kate sings her next song, I want the radio listeners of the nation to meet Colonel Robert P. Glassburn, who is in command of the Atlantic City Basic Training Center Technical Training Command. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Glassburn.
Thank you, fellas. Thank you, Mr. Collins, and welcome to you, Miss Smith. It is a pleasure to have you and your company with us for this broadcast program, which we have greatly enjoyed. You, Miss Smith, represent a wholesome endeavor in the world of American entertainment and have made a fine art of the profession of song, as demonstrated by your warm reception in the households of our country on such nights as this. As commanding officer of this basic training center of the Army Air Force's Technical Training Command, I am privileged to present you with this inscribed trophy bearing a winged emblem from the soldiers of Atlantic City in remembrance of your visit with us. I hope that it will be possible for you to come again someday.
Thank you very much, Colonel Glassburn. Nothing I've ever done has given me greater pleasure than these visits we've been paying to the young men who are working and training in the services of Uncle Sam. My sincere thanks to you, Colonel, and to Captain Alperstein, or Stein rather, and all your men for inviting us here. Thank you very, very much.
And now Kate Smith and the chorus dedicate this song to all men of the Army Air Forces wherever they may be. The Song of the Bombardier.
Roar away with the bombardiers, rack up the eggs, line up the golden goose. Roar away with the bombardiers, we're heading for a spot to turn 'em loose. High or low, in rain or snow, or 'neath the tropical sun, off we go, look out below, we've got a job to be done. Bombs, 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 drop the souvenirs from the U.S. Bombardier. To make a flight, the gunner is at his sight. The bomber is fueled and set to go. The weather is clear tonight. A typical bomber's moon. The motors are all in tune. The pilot is in the cockpit, so we've got to get going soon. We're gonna make them yell. We're gonna give them hell. Oh, roar away with the bombardiers. Rack up the eggs, line up the golden goose.
have just heard a delayed broadcast scheduled expressly at this time for the Armed Forces of the United Nations by the Special Service Division of the War Department of the United States of America. This program has been a part of our English language shortwave service.